Greetings, stackers and collectors. This video has been brought to you by COVID-19, the virus that just wants you to stay home and have fun. Normally, pesky work gets in the way, and there's never enough hours in the day to do all the coin-related tasks that you really wanted to do. So, now that we've got a couple of weeks of quarantine to relax and get up to date with all those coin-related tasks, let's take a look in this video at 5 things to do with your time while you're self-isolating. In at number 5, we have communities. Yes, communities are coming right back into fashion, and a couple of suggestions for you. Take a look on Facebook if you like Facebook, and look up Facebook groups. Inside Facebook groups, you will find literally hundreds of coin-related groups of every denomination, whether it's American, auctions, British, European, modern, old. They are all represented in Facebook groups. If Facebook groups hasn't got what you want, take a look at my favourite, the Silver Forum, which is the world's largest precious metal forum. There's about 7,000 people who participate on that particular forum, and it's a great place to talk about anything. Talk about the COVID virus, talk about vaccines, talk about precious metals, the price of gold, the price of silver, what's going to happen, sell things, buy things. You will find tons to do while you're quarantining over at the Silver Forum. Can't recommend that enough. I'm a big user myself of the Silver Forum and of at least half a dozen Facebook groups. In at number 4, why not open the box? Open your album, open your treasure box, open your PCGS box or your NGC box, and take a look at some of the coins you already own. If you're a collector, you may have been collecting for a long time. There may be things buried in the corner of your box that you've forgotten about. Take a look, open the box, take a look at what's inside, and stop at 1 or 2 of those coins and think about what was happening in the world during that date. What was happening in 1831? Which monarch was on the throne? What were they doing? What was happening? Was it an era that had the Spanish flu or the bubonic plague or any other kind of world disaster you can pick? It's a great way to get your mind off the things that we're all looking at with 24-hour-a-day news programs on the TV at the moment. A great way of getting your mind onto something else, focusing on history, getting your thoughts into perspective, and you must have something. Even if you haven't got anything incredibly valuable in your collection, you'll have something which reminds you and tells a story of a different era, reminds you of maybe a holiday you were on when in the days when airplanes could take us to far places on holiday. Maybe remind you of relatives, maybe something somebody gave you when you were a child. So take a look, open the box up. You don't have to always be focused on flipping and buying and selling and investing. Sometimes it's okay just to sit back and enjoy the beauty and the historical stories around those precious things that you have in your collection. The world will soon be open again. We'll all soon be back to our busy lives in one form or another. And in all honesty, the coin auction marketplace seems to be pretty strong. I think there's so many people who have coins on their time on their hands at the moment, that they're just busy looking through and working out, things they want to add to their collections or sell from their existing collections. But take a pause from the commercial side of it and enjoy what you have, and let the coins speak out at you with their great historical stories. And all the coins you're seeing here that are in my little box all have a story going back so many years. There's probably been so many owners, and you can think about, where these coins were, how they've got to this stage, all the people who treasured them over the years. Horace is always hungry, and what is Horace hungry for? Why? Quality coins from thecoinconnection.co.uk, the home of quality checked modern coins for collectors. And that brings us to number 3, the fabulous coin auction world. A lot of coin auctions that were physical are now changing to online only, and there are 2 or 3 sites that form a great view of those auctions. Numisbids is one of them, and that's the one that you're seeing here. Every major auction house seems to have their wares available in the Numisbids website. So after your next visit to the supermarket hunting for non-existent toilet rolls or eggs, after you have spent half an hour learning about the ingredients of hand sanitizer from the World Health Organization, then pop along to Numisbids and take a look. And even if you don't have any cash to actually buy anything, it's a great place to learn about all the different coins, and it's a great place to plan the things that you would buy if you have the cash to buy them. If you've already taken a look at Numisbids and you want another website that's also very good, 6bid is a little bit more mobile friendly. So 6bid.com is another great site that has a whole load of other auction houses. And there is actually a third one as well. And it's I think it's a Swiss or a European site called Bidr, BIDDR.ch. CH is a Swiss internet denomination, and a lot of auction houses also participate in that. Very, very good for minor European auction houses. Here's one from Gaduri in Monaco, not really so minor, very important in France. Not very many British coins, so I don't often look. But there's loads and loads for everybody, and that will while away at least 3 or 4 days of your 14-day quarantine. And that brings us to number 2, populations. We're really lucky that there's so much great information available for coin collectors online. The NGC website is one of my favourite websites, and I'm always looking at the population census. And when I'm trying to plan maybe my next purchase, the first place I go for information is the population reports on both the NGC website and also on the PCGS website. I don't know which one of those is better. I tend to use both of them depending on what I'm interested in. They've both got great information. They've got links to information about coins. They've got links to auctions, and you get a lot of very, very valuable intelligence and insight from both of those population reports. They're not perfect. There are sometimes coins that get moved between PCGS and NGC, and they don't necessarily take them out of the population census, so you never know whether the census numbers are absolutely right, but they're a great starting point. And one of the things that I use them for, really more than anything else, is not absolute numbers but relative scarcity numbers. So if I want to know which years of a particular coin are generally much more difficult to find, then I will go directly to one of these censuses and I'll see which ones are the scarce years, and then maybe try and hunt out those particular coins. So, you can spend hours and hours looking through the census reports, and when we have time on our hands, time is normally very precious, but over the next 2 or 3 weeks, you're likely to have a surplus of time. So when time is there, take a look at the population census for coins for both NGC and PCGS. And that brings me on to number 1, which is build a collection. And one of the great things about collecting coins is its fabulous, strong communities all over the world where everybody supports everybody else. And of course, in the old days, you might have got an album, maybe a Whitman album or something else, put your coins in that, took them down to the local coin club. And now we are really, really lucky in that all those coin clubs can be worldwide. You can produce your album electronically on the NGC website, on the PCGS website. I believe there is now a new registry on the ANA website, or ANA have taken over one of the registries, and all of the software allows you to virtualize your coin collecting so everyone in the world can take a look at different collections and see the benefit of your work in building your own collection. So please, wherever you are, use hand sanitizer containing 70% alcohol, or wash for at least 20 seconds singing happy birthday twice. Keep your distance 6 foot at least between any other human being while you're out. Wear a mask, wear gloves, protect yourself from this nasty virus, and when you come home, focus coins.